introduce yourself and where you work.
My name is Addison Powell, and I work at Tyner Elementary School in Jackson County, and I am a kindergarten teacher. So I have been teaching for 8 months now, so I'm a first-year teacher, but I have been working with kids since I was about 12 in different things like at church, in kids' church, or giving swimming lessons, or teaching dance class, or some different camps that the ministries has in Anvil. So I've been working with kids for a long time.
What are your main responsibilities?
So as a teacher, you have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of different hats to wear. So in kindergarten, we are self-contained, meaning our kids do not switch classes. So we teach them all subject areas: math, reading, writing, social studies, and science. We have a lot of data and paperwork to keep up with for all of our students. We have lesson plans and meetings very often, and I am on some different committees that happen a couple of times a week.
What does an average work week look like for you?
So at school, my work week looks like, we have to be here at 7:30 every day except our 1 day of early duty a week. And then I have 26 babies in my classroom. So I have them to take care of and test, and we have multiple tests in kindergarten every week. So that is a lot to get in on Fridays. I have to grade all their papers and keep them recorded in my grade book. I have to meet with parents and message back and forth with my parents through the week on just questions their kids might have. Working with the kids one-on-one or in small groups for my ones who maybe are struggling or behind to help them get caught up, or for my ones who are advanced to help them excel on so they don't get bored in class.
What are some skills or qualifications you need to work in your position?
Well, number one, you have to like kids. You have to enjoy being with them, because the pay is definitely not worth all the time that you put in the classroom. But I love getting to be with my kids and seeing them grow and excel in their academics. You have to be flexible because things change quickly from day to day, and maybe you have to switch special times with a different classroom, or you got a sick kid, or somebody sewing up, or you have a fire drill. So you never know what's going to happen from each day. You have to be organized. You have a lot of things to keep up with and paperwork to keep up with on your little babies. And you have to be a people person. You work with a lot of different people, with your coworkers, and you have a lot of parents to keep in contact with.
Did you go to school or training? What school? And how many years did you spend in formal school or training?
So I started off at Somerset Community College in London, and I spent 1 year there. And then I transferred to Eastern Kentucky University at the Corbin campus, and I spent 3 years there and graduated with my bachelor's in education.
What do you love about your job?
Well, what I love is all of my little babies in my classroom. So I have 26, and I love getting to see them learn and grow in those light bulb moments when they finally learn or figure out what they've been struggling with, and being able to see them read and write their names and all the fun things that they get to learn in kindergarten.
What are the biggest challenges working in your position?
Well, I think just being a first-year teacher is a challenge of its own, trying to learn all of the new curriculum and the flow of the school that you're in. But I think some challenges that I've noticed personally is balancing the time of teaching instruction, staying on top of documentation and paperwork, and providing nurturing care to 26 5- and 6-year-olds.
What advice do you have for someone interested in your area of work?
You have to make sure you really love children and love spending most of your day with them. And I think another thing is when you get into the teaching career, that you have to learn to take it one day at a time and one task at a time, because there is a lot of things and it can be overwhelming, but just learning to manage it wisely.